Hello all and welcome back to the Walrus Plays some more Peglin. After yesterday's failure where I thought that just aiming for the big boys would do all the tricks for me, I'm going to go... Eeny, meeny, miny. I'm going to go with the extra HP frog. That'll be helpful, I think. Right, let us begin our adventure. So we're definitely heading to the right again, so that's a thing. Let's see how well this goes, shall we? So, let's ping off a crit here. Again, I'm trying to aim for the 25 money, gold, pennies, whatever you want to call it. Cash, wonga. I say wonga because, of course, that is an amusing analogy of stupid mistakes that were made by certain companies in the UK, and I'm really glad that they went bust with the payday loans. I never personally took advantage of them, but I'm really glad that they disappeared. I once upon a time worked for a UK bank. Let's just say that it was always interesting. You could tell when somebody had taken money with this particular money finance provider, as what they would do is they'd try and bill the entire amount in one hit straight out of your account. Totally understandable. But what they would then do is, if they couldn't do it, they would then halve the amount, and then try again, and then halve the amount and try again, until they got to their minimum billing amount, which I think was about £15, and then they would just hammer the repeat bill button over and over and over and over and over and over. And I watched somebody's bank account get absolutely annihilated by them. And yeah, okay, fair enough. They did owe that money. But at the same time, it's very much of a that's not cricket sort of approach, I would certainly say. As you can tell, no love lost for them. But I'm going to upgrade that sphere, and let's head to the right. Then again, working in banking was not fun. It's not something I would recommend. Ooh, yeah, all right, we'll have another upgrade for free, thank you. Of all the jobs I've had, it was probably the... Okay, well, I whiffed that one, didn't I? An absolute treat. Let's see if I can get this buckle orb. Either that or the balustra will be alright. Alright, we'll take the balustra, that'll be fine. Let's see if we can actually fight this mini-boss. There we go. So, off we trot. We're then going to go right once again, and then left, and... The big thing I've got to be careful with the balustra is that, as well as increasing my damage, it will increase the damage of my enemies. And that's not optimal, as you can probably imagine. Right, so let's launch that shot, spin that one around again, and there we go. You know, it's a wonderful joy doing is what we're doing here. I'm going to try and utilize the balustra, hit the bomb there. So this isn't going to do a stupid amount of damage. I do want to upgrade this one, as you can probably tell, because it'll increase my muse circle across the board, which is great. Now, for this one, I actually want to hit the crit because it's just a slight increase of damage. And okay, that's 180 damage to the both of them. Chunk. Eat that, suckers. Now, this one's got 115 health left. I'm not going to do 115 damage. I'm going to do 70, though, because the bomb and the hit. Now I'm going to get punched thrice, I think. Yep, that didn't work out very well. Unfortunately, the other one I had as an option really wouldn't have done me any favours, really, would it? Ah, that's a bit of a pickle. Ow. Can I hit the bombs? Yes, well, there's one bomb. There's two bomb. That's 80 damage. Again, that's good. I now have to deal with 133 health on that big horrible bugger there. So there's 36. I mean, the horrible actually does damage now, I guess. I can at least use it. It's not much, but I'll take 58 damage. That's better than nothing. Ah, this is going to be a bit of a tricksy one, isn't it? Can I manage? Yeah, I did actually hit the crit, unfortunately, but it still did enough to kill it off. So, I'm going to increase my max HP, and I'm going to upgrade the balustra, so now I get a greater benefit from it, and let's take the metal mantle. So I will now do damage back to them. So I'm going to go with the... Let's go left. Whee! Down this way. And then we're going to head right, because we want to hit that chest. Thank you, please. Righty. Well, Good old Balustra's going to actually be quite a nice saucy oomph damage there. Okay, it's not much, but it's something. And so the sphere is now doing 6 damage regardless. So that's going to kebab through everything on the screen. That's going to kill them all. Kaplap. Dead. Let's try and get a little bit more money, shall we? So 20 damage, that's not amazing. But again, we're doing a little bit of damage every time we hit something, which is nice. Ah, it's a shame. Well, it's dead. That's all that matters. Pow. Again, I'm going to upgrade the Balustra, so that's actually quite a lethal hit now. So I will increase my base damage by 3. That's important. Right. Oh, okay, the big fish. So we're going to get the big fish again. So we actually want big orbs again. I guess. I mean, I'm going to want them. Kind of a given, but whether I'll be able to get them is a very different question. So let's launch this bad boy out. So this is going to pierce all enemies. I think it's only going to pierce enemies on the ground, though. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to use the horrible. And interestingly now, it's going to do a single pip of damage for everything it hits. 1 damage for every 2 it hits. And then it'll just do 3 damage anyway. So it seemed to work. I'll definitely say that much. And my sphere is also equally terrifying. A little bit less terrifying now. Splat. Right, let's kill the bat, because the bat's going to annoy me the most next, I think. I need to make some money, so I need to aim down this way a bit more. Which other direction do we want to head anyway? Yeah, actually, we kind of want to go to the right. Let's see if I can lobby that one over there. Lobby. Not like a government official, don't be silly. And we will launch that one over there again. And if all else fails, at least I can increase my HP. And that's kind of the important bit right now. Because increasing my HP is very, very sensible, I think, at this stage in the game. Because I've got 90, which isn't bad. I could definitely use more. I'll say that much. Okay, well, that hit. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a very technical description. I don't know if you're aware of that. So that's going to kill the bat. That's good. Now, this spider does need to die. So I also need some HP. If I can get to 45... Nah, it's not going to happen, is it? But if I could get to 45 on the money front, then I would be in a good place to... There we go, that's good. Now it's dead. Yeah, I was hoping so I could get 45 money so I could actually do a heal and an increase of HP. So what I will do is I'm going to increase the HP by 5, so that makes the heal a bit more, advantageous when I get it. Okay, we've got an extra 1 penny, 1 cent, 1 gold, singular. Okay, so we can now do more damage to flying enemies. That's good. We're going to go to the right. Bing. Now, again, I want to try and aim for 45. That's the aim of the game here. And we're going to aim for hits over here. I do want some more big orbs. So things like the Matryoshka. And what else would be another good? Oh, obviously the buckle orb, because yes. And yeah, I think that's really all I can say on that side of fronts. I mean, this isn't doing much, but it is pinging a little bit of damage, and it does actually make the horrible not quite as atrocious as its name would imply. I'm going to aim for the bat, so with this one I need to do... Oh, that's going to be enough, that's going to kill it. Because 1.5 times damage, that's excellent. Right, let's aim for another little bit of damage there. That was terrible, so that's going to do 4 damage. Right, let's kebab these guys and hit them with that refresh, shall we? Bonk. Okay, now the spear is going to do quite a lot of nasty damage to them. It's not going to finish them both off, but it is going to kill... Oh, no, now it will, because the kebab... I forgot that the bomb had hit there, so I just need to hit about 20 damage. Yeah, okay, so now it's a dead bat, because the pings of damage is going to remove it off there. Okay, so none of those look like ones that I want, so what I'm going to do is increase my HP and take a heal. There we go. So I've actually got a decent amount of HP. Well, I've got 66 HP. It's better than I had. And, of course, the big advantage is that I've now got 100 HP rather than just 85. Now, unfortunately, the Balustra is on a little bit later, so that's okay. But I could combo the Balustra with the sphere here and do quite a chunk of damage to them, like that. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to use the balustra next. And this isn't going to kill them all, but it is going to hurt them. I mean, another 75 damage is definitely very much appreciated. So, I'd have to hit 24 to kill that one off? No, unfortunately, that's a real shame. Okay, so we're going to launch in there. I was aiming for the refresh, failed miserably, but we do need to hit the refresh for the next impact. At the same time, I could just ignore it completely and just kill it, which I will just do by doing that. Bye-bye. You're dead. Righty, what shiny goodies have we got here? I mean, the Balanx is pretty good because the splash damage is handy. So I will take the Balanx. Ooh. Multi-ball. And let's see if we can hit a few more extra bits of money as we drop through. Yes, I didn't choose to take the artifact that, or relic or whatever they are, that gives me extra money for the ones I hit in navigation, which is fine. In fairness, I could have done. But I actually really wanted the one I chose because I like the extra HP options. Same again, though. I'm going to try and aim for at least 45 so I can upgrade an orb or buy an orb, as well as upgrade myself a little bit by increasing my HP. Or the other option is, of course, I increase my HP and heal. Both are very sensible, I feel. Now, I just need to hit another 5. Okay, so we've got our first multi-ball, as opposed to multi-pass. Well, again, sadly, didn't quite do enough there, so that's fine. Nope, I need to hit one of the pennies. Drat. Failed. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so come on, I need to hit a penny. There we go, we've got 45 now, that's the important bit. Now, they're both dead, because I said so. No, I do kind of like the idea of the Orb, but I think at this point, increasing my HP, I'm taking a heal. So I got 78 out of 105. I'm feeling quite a lot more healthy. The annoyance is going to be that the mole is going to be not a tough challenger, but it's going to be annoying. So let's be sensible and target this one over here. And we can't... Oh, I should have aimed a little bit better to try and see if I could hit the crit. Didn't manage that one, but that should do a decent amount of damage there. So that worked out nicely. So let's launch out the balustra. So, oh, it's a double ball. So that's pretty saucy. That's going to stab through as well. Actually, probably will kill off a couple of them. Excellent work. Right. So let's hit some more. There we go. That's a dead one. Unfortunately, we did hit a crit, which is a rare occasion. I'll say it's an unfortunate thing. But the thing is, the Muse Circle is of a greater benefit to me to not hit crits, as we've seen. Okay, so this is hilariously going to work, and it just doesn't make any sense that it does, but I've made the terrible not as terrible, and I'm very, very glad of it. I do just want some more big orbs. And again, I haven't had the Matryoshka in my inventory of shots for quite some time, so I wouldn't mind having that one back again, because it's kind of fun. Ah, the buckle orb. Beautiful. So we needed a big one. So let's drop on through. Unfortunately, with yesterday's one as well, I did get that bonus of having multiples of the same one, increasing the damage. Did really make them very, very dangerous. So let's launch the sphere out and see how well we do here. So that's 88 damage. Not amazing. Just not terrible, terrible. Okay, the balustra, so that's going to make my life a little bit easier, but it is also going to cause the enemy to gain +1 Muse Circle on its own attacks. Okay, so now we've got 5 damage a hit. Oh, that was terrible. I whiffed that one a treat, didn't I? Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. We've actually hit the refresh. That was the main thing I was after. At least I've killed that plant off. Woo. Okay, the big boy is going out again, and it's not doing much. I mean, it's doing between 1 and 2 damage because of the pings of 1 damage from that, the metal mantle, or 2 damage from the fact that I happen to have 2 big orbs. Well, that was a pain in the posterior. Well, either way, that at least flattened one of them. Right, let's hit the refresh and just see what we can do with that then. It's not enough to kill that plant, unfortunately, but now we do... Ooh, and we got a multi-ball. Splat. Okay, let's trigger some bombs then, shall we? You can die. Toodles. Bang. Okay, I've got 160 health on that mole to kill. This is going to hurt. Ow. Yeah, so 160 health on it, so it's still a reasonable amount. It's not impossible to deal with. but it's still a lot. And I need to clear out this area a little bit more. So let's not whiff it that hard, shall we, Walrus? Uh-oh. There's a mole. And we didn't do anywhere near as much damage as we needed. Ow! Oh, I'm in trouble. Please don't die. Oh, come on. I'm going to die now, aren't I? Oh, come on, Walrus. Ooh. I mean, if I can... Actually, no, let's be sensible about this. I need to hit 2. There we go. Now it's dead. Go away, Moley. Splat. Ooh, that was a little far too close for comfort. Thankfully, we've got a heal. I'm going to take an increase in my HP and a heal, please. Right, let's see. Ooh, +3 balance. Now, that would be pretty saucy. Yeah, let's do that. I don't get the discard, though, so I've just got to use what my hands are given. So I kind of want to try and see if I can get some more discards later on. So I think, actually, in this one, we want to go left. So let's head to the left, then, after this fight. There we go, so the multi-ball triggers once more. And unfortunately, that shield is just going to absorb the damage. Shame, but that's the way that the cookie crumbles. Bonk. And can we do a little bit more damage here? Apparently not. This isn't going quite as well as I'd hoped, is it? Ah, fiddlesticks and bunkum, I think is the nicest way of putting it. Okay, well, at least I've hit a crit, which, again, isn't always the thing I want to do, but it's something. Bang. Take that. Now die. Drat. Okay, so I'm going to have to keep with the Terrorball, but at least it actually does a chunk of damage. I mean, even the Horriball's not as atrocious as it could be. Right, the Ballastra. So this one's going to hit reasonably hard as it chops through like that. So they get some extra capability, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't want to hit that crit there. Oh, drat. That's fine, though. It's still going to hurt quite a lot. And I gained extra armor. So that's nice. And we do actually have a decent amount of money. Yeah, die. I'm going to take the Poltergeist because it's quite a fun orb, I think. And let's upgrade my Buckle Orb. Going to head left. I think that's going to be the most sensible route. Because I want to head left and then right. Yes, I do get one less encounter, but I don't really have the money for the shop, which I think is understandable at this sort of stage. So, off we trot. Time for the Horrible. A multi-Horrible as well. That's even funnier. I just want some more big balls. Sorry, I want some more big shots. I can do words better, good, yes. Yeah, no, I need more large-sized ones because I need the extra damage capability. Because stacking the damage because of the big fish, that's really what I'm after there. And I've got 14 armor, so it's not exactly terrible. But I do need to hit that refresh if physically possible. No, apparently not. Bonk. Well, that did okay. I mean, the balance is pretty good. I would like to upgrade the balance as well. Drat, I missed. That's the next thing I really want to upgrade after the Buckle Orb. Because the Buckle Orb is not quite saying critically important, but I feel like it is very, very important for me to upgrade. Okay, Ballastra next. So, at least we've got the armor to protect ourselves against that. Oh, that worked beautifully. And the Poltergeist will also be hilariously dangerous, because that, again, hits everything. And that's very good. Let's upgrade an orb. So let's take the Buckle Orb up again, and we're going to head to the right. Whee! In a this way direction. Let's see what we find. Because we've got loads of shops, and... now, the thing is, I don't actually want that. I think that's the first time I've ever skipped a relic. Because crits aren't going to give me as much benefit as just regular shots are. Unfortunately, I can't get any of those, so that's... I'd like to say fine. It's disappointing at best. Right. Yeah, we want to head to the right, I think. Okay, so let's take the Obelisk. So that's going to be pretty good. And we'll go in here. And again, we can't get anything, which is a shame. But then we're going to head to the right, hopefully. Because that's where we want to go. Because there's another treasure chest immediately to the right. And yes, I could choose to fight the mini-boss. But, okay, extra bombs. That's cool. And what's this chest going to give us? Let's find out. Ah, that could be useful. So, overall, more damage is nice. Let's find out and see, shall we? Okie dokie then. Well, we're going to launch the buckle orb out and hope that we stack up some armor. There we go. We're getting some armor, which is good. And we're just going to do damage because we just need to do 250 to flatten both of the archers. But again, I want to try and get a bit more money if possible. I mean, we've actually got the 250, which is great. Oh, that was beautiful. Now, we've got 30 on the old Mooney front. That's great. So, there goes the bomb. That's going to... Oh, I say a bomb. We flattened the entire board there. That was beautiful. Okay, that worked fantastically. So, I think the bold orb is the best choice. Because the bold orb will gain bonuses from the obelisk once I start upgrading it. And that's going to be a big thing for me here. Because upgrading the obelisk... now, I know I'm being a bit daft here. But at the same time, I've got the armor that I can take the hits. And it does mean that I get a little bit extra money. It's not much, but I will take extra cash. So, let's see what we can do about this guy in front of us, shall we? So, a bomb is not launched. That's a bit disappointing, but he's now going to... Ow. Painful, but not as painful as it could have been. So, the sphere is going to go out, and that's going to do a decent amount of damage, to be fair. So, that's going to kill both of the guys on the ground. Then we just need to deal with these cursed lamps. So, I'm going to choose to target that one. And let's see if we can get the damage out. Because now that we've got a third big orb, that'll mean that we'll do 3 damage for every one that we just happen to tap. Bonk. Okay, well, this Poltergeist had better do me some favours here. Come on, Poltergeist, I believe in you. 100 and something damage, so, well, 96. Okay, well, that's flattened that one. Ow. And we'll just trigger another bomb. Boom. Ping. And then we'll aim at that again. We'll aim for the chandeliers, because they're going to be annoying. And that guy's not teleported over yet, so... Actually, it looks like the guy on the ground is going to get smacked in the face by a rock. Lovely. Bonk. And once again, Pebble level 1 launches out, doing... I mean, it does 5 or 6, so it's actually not bad. But now, the Bold Orb. Oh, double Bold Orb. Yes. More Bold Orb. Yes. We're being vaguely sensible here. Ish. Now, the big orbs do have another problem, because they can get stuck quite easily. So, I must be very careful about how I do damage here. So, that'll kill that painting off. Now, I'm going to target you, because the bold orb won't be quite as good at not doing damage to myself. But it is doing 4 damage for every peg that it hits, because of the big fish. And doing 200 damage isn't exactly something to be sniffed at this point. Bonk. It's not great. I could definitely do more, but I will take any extra damage. Ah, that was terrible. That didn't go quite to plan, did it now? I think I need to remove some of these paintings, so let's see if we can do that. Now, I think, because of the grabby hand, I might be able to kebab through all 3 of them. Yes, I did. So that could work out in my disfavour, unfortunately, because it does mean I've now got 5 stacks of poison, which isn't really what I want, but at least I'm doing progressively more and more damage to the artist. Suffer the bomb, and suffer the big blob of terrible. Righty. Now, again, I could destroy the art, but that won't work out very well in my favour, I don't think. Although they're now all going to get a little bit more damage, so I'm going to have to be careful with that. So let's trigger a bomb at least, so that's kind of good. So we're going to do another 184 damage. Bang. Okay, there are 3 bombs remaining, so if I blow them all up, I will destroy all the art. And that'll be kind of annoying, I guess. Okay, well, I didn't expect the multi-ball trigger there, but that worked. Double bomb, we just need to do 10 damage to each of the paintings to kill them off. And I think we're getting to the stage where we actually need to. So, let's do this. Ah. I got stuck. So that's one of the other big problems with the bigger orbs, is that you can easily get stuck, and it just does make things a little bit more difficult to deal with. Righty, well, we're going to aim for you, and Poltergeist time. I don't know how well this is going to go, though. The trouble is that it's still got a lot of HP, and unfortunately, Poltergeist is now going to mean that I'll take even more poison damage. Ooh, I don't think that this run is going to be victorious, actually thinking about it. I've only got 46 health. I am slowly but surely taking damage, and it is probably going to kill me off this. Oh dear. Because yes, I am doing damage, but blowing up the art doesn't do any damage to the artiste, unfortunately. So, got a bad feeling about this. Can we hit the refresh? That's at least something. Smack. Now we're going to get an extra 3 on the balance, so our hits are going to do even more damage. But I need some armor, and I don't think I'm going to get any armor anytime soon, am I? That poison damage just will not leave me alone, will it? Ow. Okay, so those pieces of art are actually doing quite a lot of damage to me now, so this is not going well. 352 damage? I mean, it's theoretical. Ah, drat. Oh no, these impacts are really going to start hurting now. I do not like where this is going. Game over, unfortunately. Oh, my poor Balladin. I relied on the big orbs again. I say I relied upon them. I got a decent chunk of them. But oh well, if you did enjoy my suffering once again, please do like, share and subscribe. Hopefully you'll catch me again tomorrow as I try once more as the Balladin to achieve Crucible 16.